in Myanmar and also in the Southeast Asian region as well, because in this recent year, Myanmar has been facing a lot of climate change impact in this day. And I also believe that if young people equipped with the skills that they need to be able to address this change, I think we will be able to implement more like locally led climate solutions in the near future as well. So this is what the camp is, this is the activity that camp is doing right now. Also, I'm a part of UNDKO Ecosystem Restoration Youth Expo. So in that, so as part of this Youth Expo, I mainly developed and also lead a training about like green job challenges, and also developing a regional specific curriculum for green jobs activities and green scale activities in Asia Pacific region. So this is my experience related to green job and green scale. So really nice to meet you all. So my kind of work is mainly focused on climate change technology, climate change accessibility, and like raising awareness about climate change and things like that, and also educating and also empowering young people to be able to develop the skills that they need in this 21st century. So yeah, that's all
Thank you,
from
Shah.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, last but not least, we have Mr. Bello from Cambodia.
Okay, so hi everyone, nice to meet you all. I'm Bello from Cambodia. So recently, I'm a sustainable agribusiness development lead for MIV, Make Inclusive Ventures. It is a private company. Aside of that, I'm also a consultant for EU Switch to Solar, funded by EU Switch. So mainly we work on with all the business owner, which is they're promoting more clean energy, and also provide renewable energies to the business owner, like small medium business, to using those kind of technologies. I also a part of a group of research recently that we just conduct for the opportunity for solar recycling in South Asians. Last but not least, I'm also working a lot with Gen Z focus, so which means working with all social impact related. Also, we provide a lot of trainings to the ventures in terms of to prepare them to negotiate, and also link them to the investor in terms of the impact related. So once again, nice to be a panelist for these sessions as well. Thanks.
Thank you all the panelists for the introduction. So now let's dive deeper into our discussion. So the first question I would like to ask all the panelists that how can we define green skills, and why are they crucial for addressing today's environmental challenges? I would like to give the floor to Shah.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me well?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so green skills, and what is green skills, and also why is it trending right now in this day, and why we are talking about this topic in this day. So it's very interesting topic because back in those days, like we haven't heard about this kind of like skills in our society, in our community, because back in those days there are like technologies, IT, and also digital literacy skills are really trending, and also young people are really enthusiastic about taking courses in digital literacy, and also Google search engines and things like that. They are more of like interested about digitals and AI and things like that. But in these days, as the world is getting we are facing a lot of humanity crisis, and also because of the global climate change and also global warming, and all of these things like really shape the way we live, and also that also shape the society as well. So that also shape the skills that we need to acquire, and also we need to learn in this day and also in the near future as well. So the green skills is more of like it's also applying to every sector, not only So most of the people like really misunderstanding about green skill because this is only related to and also only concerned with the environmentalists or like students who are majors in environmental and also like environment associated major and things like that. But the thing is, green skill is connected to everyone who are in different sector and also different field, because you can also, if you are from, even though you're from like business fields or even you're working in like technical and IT and things like that, you need to have green skill to be able to practice ecologically friendly manners in your office, in your daily life, and also in your working community. So this is the skill that's why we need to learn these skills, even though we are working in different center, different background. And I think this is very, very crucial skills in this 21st century, because this whole kind of like climate change thing, it starts from our individual behavior and also individuals change and also reducing carbon footprint and stuff like that. So it all stuff from the skills that the ecologically conciseness skill that we have in these days. So I think this is very, very important to learn and also to be able to practice these skills in your daily life and also in your work and in your family and community as well. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Shah, for your insight. How about Wong Bello? What your opinion on how can we define green skill and why they are crucial to address the environmental challenges?
Thanks so much for that questions. So my response is not really so far different from Shah mentioned earlier as well. So why is this a green skill recently? Because I mean, like everyone can see how the world changed, how the environmental they shift from like global warming without, like even for example this year, in Cambodia it's supposed to rain in April, but until May we have only little rains. So those kind of climate issues, environmental issues, which means everyone before they focus so much in terms of what kind of technology, what is an AI to support all the industries. So to me, for the green skill, it kind of like I would say like it's still not really defined exactly what is green skill, because it's a wide understand on that. So it just refers to all business knowledge skill, which is we need to know, and everyone have to have each in each individual. It's just a knowledge that we need to learn how to prevent the environmental impact, as well as to preventions all those things through the human development activity. So once again, green skill, it refers to everything, even business, even knowledge, even skill, which is you have studied from school or you have finished from your majors in your educations as well.
Thank you, Wong Bello. How about Julie? What is your opinion on this?
Yeah, I think the our green jobs and green skill are basically the knowledge, abilities, and willingness to take responsibility for the well-being of our planet, people, and economy. Having attitude like you want to contribute to a more sustainable world, a combination of the technical expertise and a mindset geared toward environmental responsibility. Moreover, I think environmental curiosity and consciousness are also very important as a green skill. Curiosity fuel your exploration of the environment. No? So it can lead you to read books and articles about the nature, biodiversity. So yeah, I think green skills are also important for solving the environmental problems because it is a global sense of urgency and addressing the consequences of the climate change and climate anxiety has become a well-known phenomenon among these. So it is also a great time or opportunity, I guess. The current and future generation will be the ones rewriting our rule of global economy. So relating to our country, the three big industry like energy, agriculture, deforestation, transport sector produce nearly about 60 to 70% of carbon emissions in our country. So if we need a major change in how we produce and consume things, so that green skill can equip people to develop and implement these sustainable practices. For instance, with green skill minds, green mindset and green techniques in our agri sector, if we can implement the organic farming practices, it can promote the soil conservation, and we can reduce the nitrous oxide, which is one of the powerful greenhouse gas with an even higher global warming potential than methane. So if we can reduce the nitrous oxide emission from fertilizer, it is a kind of the green skill set if we have this kind of knowledge in our farmers. So yeah, it same as in construction sector, if we design with the energy efficient building design principle, it can prioritize the features to minimize energy use for cooling, heating, and lighting. Because it can include the optimizing the building and orientation for natural light and ventilation, using high performance insulation material, installation of the energy efficient appliance and lighting system. If you have the green skill plus green mindset, you can build better. So that green skill are important for solving the environmental problems.
So thank you, Julie, and thank you all the panelists. Now that we understand what is green skill and its importance in addressing the environmental challenges, I would like to know that how can we educate youth to widely understand green skills and encourage them to practice effectively? I would like to give the floor to Julie.
Sure. As a teacher or as a youth, how do you want to address this? How can we teach? I mean, is that a question?
I think as someone who have like green skill like you guys, how can you guys educate the youth to understand the green skill as well?
Oh, the one this is we as a Prevent and as a technical expert in Prevent project, Prevent Plus project. Currently, we are running as awareness rising as a youth educator trainer to the SME. Most of the SME have the youth a lot as a employee as well. So before we teach them about the green skill, we make sure that they need to know green skill are creating for the greener jobs, and which are also preserving and caring of our natural habitats. So yeah, so they need to know green jobs of all kinds are essential to our transition to a more secure, sustainable, and just economy. So green job foster healthier and thriving cities, help to reduce poverty and enhance social inclusion by providing stable and decent employment condition in the SME sector. So we, if we want to, we let them think like if we want to build a future that works for everyone, we must rapidly prioritize and fulfill the skill they needed. But it doesn't mean that they has to be the graduated or something. Green skill of the green job can be found at all level for all interests and skill set in just about every industry, from occupation that have been found around that have been around for decades, even century, to new field. Like to find your niche, you'll need to assess what you're good at and what your interests are, and you'll need to do a little bit digging to explore the world of opportunity within green job economy. So why we are giving these kind of the training, we let them connect with the relatable and funny hands-on activity. Like we engage them in an activity like building of a waste composter, composting bin, and building like a waste incinerator for the low value plastic like SUP, single-use plastic, which these kind of plastic are not nobody's buying. So like snacks, wrappers, those kind of plastic can be burned at these waste incinerators. So the hands-on activity like building them and together with them and let them engage in activity like creating seed bombs from the waste scraps of the paper scraps of the cartonish scraps of the factories to make them the seed, how could they can turn into waste to the other product, waste from the other product. So these kind of activities you can check on our Facebook page. So hands-on activities are very important for the youth. When you engage in activities like them, make them think why it is necessary. And also like the eco challenges, we organize friendly competition to see who can save the most energy at the factory, who can save the most water consumption, who can create the most creative recyclable art projects, like team building as well. So whoever got the winning the prize, we give them the tote bag as tote bags and some other refillable bottle for these challenges. Like it is more like we always make them like relatable and fun in this learning process. So if they know why they need to do and how they need to do this, sustain forever. So this kind of practice we've been given, and also we asking them how to focus on the positive impact and how to protect the thing they care about, like animals, like animals and some whales and turtles and dolphins, those other animals relating to the single-use plastic problem. So this kind of the things we are engaging with the how they can contribute to cleaner and healthier environment in the city of they live. And also we always make it they stay in as a green habit, stay in their body system. Like before we conducting the training, they have to avoid like 5-day single-use avoidance, every single-use avoidance Sabbath. We call it plastic Sabbath day. They have to make. So before they join, they have to make this Sabbath, and after they join the training, they continuously follow like another 5 days, 5 Sabbath days, in total 10 days. Within 10 days, they make their own reflections, and also like waste busting hero coming up from this thing. So always we are giving them the choices of how they make an impact of what they have been contributing to the planet. So this is how we give them the training as a green skill, and as well as for the environmental awareness training. So yeah, we always make it simple and clear, and also to make it a good habit and to make it in everyday choices, it is important. That's all we are going, and we sometimes use visual and storytelling, cartoons and games we playing in our sessions. So yeah, that's how we are giving some kind of awareness session relating to environmental and green practices. We need to encourage it.
Thank you, Julie. So now let's shift our focus a bit to green side in Cambodian context. So I would like to ask Wong below. How can young individuals identify the opportunities to develop green skills within their chosen career paths and integrate them into the work that they do?
Okay, thanks so much, Solika, for that question. So how can we define the green skills opportunity, and how can we get the green skills for our career? For example, if we are students or we are currently working for organizations. So the first that I would like to point out, how could we define green skill? Definitely we need to be stay informed. So everyone must be stays informed with the current trends. What is the current trends look like in terms of the moving toward, for example, now everyone there seem like moving towards a lot for just energy transitions. So while we know the just energy transitions, what kind of skill could be related on those? What kind of knowledge in terms of just energy transitions would be look like for us? Aside of that, also how to integrate that in our daily careers as well, our current career. So there are so many sources of through online, like kind of short course through online, talking about the green skill, green knowledge. Everyone also can be start to learn by ourselves online, or either take involving with the educations in the specific skill that we are really interested in. The other things, also youth, like that what I'm did as well through my previous experience. Volunteers in the projects, in the green projects, which is we working with the organizations, they work a lot with the forest conservations. So there are so many activities involving talking about the green projects as well. When we get all those knowledge, definitely we also can be bring that and practice with our current organizations, such as just resting a small projects talking about the sustainability. So we also can design in terms of waste management and practice and applicate to the internal organizations that we are currently working right now. Or we also can start to moving for the energy efficiency, as Julie mentioned earlier, just a simple instructions how to turn it to be an energy efficiency office or the entire building. So those kind of little things, it will be bring us more to be more advocate for ourselves and also advocates to everyone. And those kind of things will be provided, such as green skill, which is we don't know. Actually, those that we call it green skill, because little by little, at the end of the day, you're gonna turn into yourself to be an expert in terms of the green skills as well. So that's what the main 4 points that I would like to point out through this as well. Thanks so much.
So thank you, Bongalo. So just like our panelists have mentioned in the previous questions, so green skills can be quite unfamiliar in some contexts. So I would like to ask this question to Shar. So what do you think are the misconceptions related to green skills and green jobs? And in what way can we advocate green initiative for youth so that they can integrate these skills effectively?
Thank you so much for asking this question, because I also want to like highlight about the differences between these two, like green jobs and green skills, like because some people really misunderstand between these two, and also because because the green things is kind of like, oh, even though you have a green skill, you will not able to get a like secure job in a green in a green job. It's because it's really different, because a green job is a job which is like protecting the environment, like working in the waste sector and renewable energy sector and conserving natural resources, and also working in a environmentally friendly transportation sector and things like that. It's all about green job. So green job is the job that pay you, and also you're working in this kind of like green energy or energy security or renewable energy sector, and also waste reduction, nature conservation, and things like that. All things, all work and also employment related to nature, protecting the biodiversity, and it revolves around like science and also technical and field. But green skill, everyone can learn green skill, and also everyone can practice green skill in their daily life, but not everyone can be able to and also like not interested in diving into the green job because it's very technical and also it's very like it needs a lot of technicalities and also knowledge, expertise, and years of experience and background and things like that. But green scale is simple. If you are interested about like carbon footprint and also reducing your daily carbon footprint and also wanted to change your behavior to create a better world and better environment, you can use this green skill in your daily lives. So green skills is about like to building socially, economically, and environmentally just human society. And also why this skill is really important, because it is a specific skill that needed to thrive in a green job. But it depends on you. You can work in a green job, or it depends on your interest and also career experts. But it's a specific skill that you need to have in different you need to learn for different job and fields. And also it's transformative skills that is like needed to disrupt and also change both the individual behaviors and also structural factors that exacerbates that reduce the impact of climate change. So yeah, so this is this is a little bit difference about green jobs and green skills. And you can, if you know the difference between these two, you can be able to apply. You know that which skills are really best for you to apply in your daily life, even though you are working in the business sector or like transportation sector or things like that. But if you really want to dive into the green job field, you need to have like technicals or like background education expertise to become an expert or professional in this field. So this is the difference between green job and green skills. So the type of green job that is like renewable energy sector, green transportation sector, energy efficiency, like sustainable agriculture and food system, like energy, environmental management and conservation, like waste management sector, nature conservation and biodiversity conservation, things like that. These are the popular trending green jobs in these days. And if you have a background in science or engineering or some other like technical field, you can directly jump into that, or you can also jump into this field with the experience that you have in a green job field. So this is the difference between these two. And yeah, so how can you participate in Green Job Initiative? This is a very good question, because you in these days are really enthusiastic about taking actions and also participating in projects and programs, but they also feel like they are ignored and neglected by by the action, because some organizations and also some other funding, they don't have specific funding mechanisms to support their initiative, to support their programs. And that's why a lot of youth initiators are really difficult to thrive in this day, even though they want to work in this field. So I think that we need to support technically, financially, and human resource support to youth sector to be able to drive more green initiatives and also climate change. Climate related youth programs in these days, because it's really important that they want to take action, but they need more support from experts and specialists and professionals, and also they need financial support to run this project effectively and efficiently. So this is the main factor that drive more effective and also successful programs and programs. And also equipping the green skills to youth is really important as well, because you working in waste management or energy sector and agriculture and food system, they already have the skills, but they don't know where to specifically apply their skill in real life and also in the practical field. So I think that it's really important to equip them with hands-on experience by providing internship and internship and also volunteer experience to them, so that they will be able to use their knowledge in their in the real life experience. Also, they will gain industry experience before they jump into the green job field. So they will be better understand what fields is fit for them and what sector is fit for them. And also they will just pick on and also like acquire the skill that they want to further dive into this field. So I think it's having hands-on experience and practical experience is really important for you to be able to like dive into the green job field. And yeah, so the skills and also technical expertise like research and innovation, data analysis, communication skills, like knowledge and technical skills, adaptability and flexibility, collaboration and teamwork, communication is really important skills for you in every sector to be able to apply their green skills in the real green job field. So that's all for me, and I hope that my answer fit with the question as well. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Char. So I believe that the world is now discussing more about green skills and it has been gaining its popularity. But I believe that these trends and concepts are likely rooted in Western countries. So what is your opinion on adopting these new trends and concepts in Southeast Asian regions? And what are the possible challenges in adopting this within our ASEAN context? I would like to give the floor to Julie.
Thank you for the question. As for the Southeast Asia, yeah, in the country like our country, and yeah, I think around the ASEAN region, extreme weather event, currently we have the storm current in Yangon. Yeah, extreme weather event, resource scarcity, sea level rising region like Indonesia. So this kind of the climate vulnerabilities are hurdles, and as well as in Southeast Asia, young population, growing economies, increasing environmental awareness make it fertile ground for green skill. So yeah, by addressing the challenges, the region can become a leader in the sustainable future. So if we have the we also have the a lot of opportunity is even though we are vulnerable to the climate change, we also have a lot of opportunity. As for the green job, we can be a booming sector globally because we are vulnerable to climate change. So relating to this vulnerability, there will be a lot of the opportunity for the youth to learn about the benefits and resilient importance of the importance of the climate change. So related to the other opportunity like green job, recently Masha mentioned about the renewable energy, as well as we need a lot of the composting specialists, recycling engineer in our country, circular economy consultant. These kind of green jobs are in need. And as well as for the sustainable agriculture food system specialists, agrophonic farmers for some dry region, organic farm manager. These kind of green jobs are also needed. So if we can adapt and learn a green skill, it would be a lot opportunity for our youth you know, in these kind of the conditions. So also the challenges be the readiness of these engineering institutions, like for instance in our country, like in our Yangon Technological University, these kind of the solar photovoltaic installation solar panel, and easy way is solar panel engineers, maintenance engineer, these kind of the institution. They don't have the well seasoned teachers and teachers to teach to these young engineer. So these kind of the challenges we might have because of the readiness of these educational and the technological university and institutions. They don't have the wind turbine as well as for the wind turbine biomass hands-on, practical conditions. This kind of the government institutional support we don't have it yet. So these kind of challenges we might have, but in terms of the composing and recycling, we can learn from the program related projects. But in terms of the specialists, especially for the energy efficiency green building, and like in Singapore, I learned about this green building energy efficiency, but in our country, these practices are not really popular yet in that time. So these kind of the challenges, and yeah, as a youth, we might need to adopt the green skill as as the other country are adopting the green skill in their country. So these are the challenges might there be, I guess, relating to the energy efficiency buildings and LEED green associate this kind of the leadership and energy and environmental design LEED. LEED standard, this kind of the building, energy and transport sector, we might need challenges to adopt in time.
Yeah, thank you so much, Julie. Now, let's hear from Belo. What do you think about adopting this concept into the Southeast Asia region, also in Cambodia? What can be the challenges?
Thank you, Solika. I think will be like such as important questions as well. It's really a hot topic, which is everyone trying to talking students as well, not in these sessions, but like I would say in South Asians right now as well. So you guys probably heard a lot in terms of the option P as well as the challenge that Julie mentions through that as well. So definitely in terms of to promote and also leverage those kind of green job or green skills in the future for sustainable futures. So these educations is play as a crucial role because of educations, which mean like it will be kind of an place to incubate humans or human resource for the futures as well. So what I will say is if we can start into, so I would say in the educations, if they can start to integrate in terms of sustainability, green knowledge, through the inside the curriculums for students to learn. So this could be start from the secondary school or either high school. It depends on the level as well. I know like in the current curriculum right now, they have, but not really specifics to those kind of what is green job mean, what is green skill means as well. So everyone they just learn how to separate waste, but not talking about the renewable energy, clean energy, sustainability practice, etc., or either sustainable in terms of agriculture as well. So all those will be a first things. Second, also, if also education can start to establish in specialized program. So a really specific program which is allow students can be involved and promote all the green activities outside of the school hour. So students they also not learn through the class, but they also practice or apply this as a practical during those kind of activity. Third, I would say also partnership with the industry. So definitely right now, education, they just like what I would say, they just kind of will separate from the other. So they just provide the trainings as teachings, but they don't have much connection with kind of private sector. So if also education can start to collaborate with the private sector, it will be give them a huge opportunity to involve as a volunteering or internship by using those kind of knowledge and also start to practice their knowledge in their kind of private organization. The other thing also kind of finance support. So could be grant supports to the student who are really passionate in terms of to implement or apply the green skill or create the green projects. So that's that fourth thing in the educations I would rather suggest. It's really a first important thing if we can start to think about. But how to make those work, definitely we need a lot of collaborations amongst of the different stakeholders. So even government, even private private organization, or either INGO itself. So those it will be can be joining as an initiative projects together in the green project, which means they have a specific finance mechanism to provide to business who really would like to involve for secular economic into their business model, or either implement such as, for example, EU switch, like EU switch in Asia. They also start to work with the cross countries in South Asia, which means promote a lot of clean energies and also renewable energy for EU switch to solar itself in Cambodia. So that's what I was seeing. The main thing that we need to take in actions and also kind of collaborations really needed to pushing to promoting for the green job and also green skills as well.
Yeah, thank you, Bongbelo. So now let's hear from Shar opinion on this matter.
Yes, so both of the speaker provides really insightful thoughts about the green skills and context in Southeast Asia, because we every year we heard new trends and also new initiative that is rise from Western developed country. Like we heard that like decarbonizations, carbon neutral, and also nature positive, and many of those trends are derived from these developed country. The thing is, they can integrate those kind of like newly updated trends immediately because they already have the like good educations and they're very excellent education system, which can be easy to implement this kind of initiative in schools and university and other like organizations and like business center and things like that. They already have like everything in place, and that they can just applying this framework in their daily life or in their activities. But in Southeast Asia, it's a very different context because we are not very systematic, to be honest. Our country has been facing a lot of difficulty in terms of education crisis, socioeconomic crisis, and like we are like very, very difficult to adapt to all these changes. And if like right now there's like green scale coming into place, so how can we able to adopt this newly updated like framework in our daily life and also in our in every society in South Asian context, in South Asian ways. So I think that South Asian they are rich in a lot of culture. They are very culturally diverse, and also like we have a lot of ethnic peoples and ethnicities. So like how can we integrate those green skills and also our cultural practices in our daily life, and also like archiving and interviewing elderly people, advices on sustainable way of living, and trying to pass down those practices and also information to younger generations, that how can we cooperate each other, like elderly generations, younger generation, like Generation Z and every other generations, to be able to adopt this kind of green skill, sustainability way of living in our local context, in our South Asian context, in our country context, and things like that. We need to have, we need to think about localizations, this kind of framework and this kind of skills, so that we will be able to adopt this every updated like trends immediately. If not, if we just like follow every other experts that is derived from other country, because we I mean, each country has their specific target and also specific agenda, and like, I mean, we have very different contexts, and Cambodia will also face a lot of like difficulty in like, I mean, climate change disasters and impact as well. Also, it will also impact the agriculture sector. So like, how can we able to integrate like green skills and also agricultural practices, and like, how about reducing pesticides, and also how about developing climate resilient crops and things like that. So this is also a green skill that every farmers need to know, and also every like young people needs, like in the country, need to be like but everyone in your country need to be aware of this kind of sector and things like that. So yeah, we also have the kind of issues as well, because we sometimes like neglected most of the elderly advices and on the sustainable living and practices, because their way of living is very sustainable, and also they just like they reuse every clothes in the like in every household, and then they just reuse and reduce and everything that is like we are using in our daily life. So we need to pass down these kind of good practices, like best practices, to our younger generations to be able to adopt like green skills in our locally adjustable context. So yeah, that's all for me now. And I also think that like green skills in Southeast Asia is a very new. So I think that we need to think more on adopting in a localized and also like friendly approach, and so that like we will be able to like integrate this kind of like skills in every sector immediately. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sharon. Thank you all the panelists. So just like our panelists mentioned that green skill is quite new, and also our panelists have touched a bit on how we can like integrate the green skill into our curriculum. So I would like to ask that, what do you think? How can the educational institution design the training programs to have in preparing the youth with the necessary green skills so that they can enhance the effectiveness of green skill development for the future workforce? Well, below you can go first.
Okay, so this like how we can integrate those kind of things. It will be kind of, so this is will be a different angle. So for instance, a part of the curriculum itself, not integrate everything, but just like sort of basics knowledge in terms of green skill, or either just integrate like for the sustainability ideas in that as well. So those kind of things, it kind of like opens the door, opens the eyes for the student or next generations to learn all those, to prepare themselves for the next future. Aside of that, also they really need to work closely with the government itself, because in the government in each country, we also have ministries of labor, which is really work closely with all private companies. So this we also can deep dive to see what sort of green skill needed for the future, which means education system can start to prepare ahead while they get all those. So for example, right now it's in Cambodia, because of green skills is really new. It once again, green skill is not which you learn through school, but it's just through all your experience and knowledge integrate with your own expertise. So for example, if you are studying engineering, so if you have a concept of green skill, you're going to integrate that, how you develop and for example, solar rooftop more efficiency and effective. And also if you are engineering in terms of is you are mechanicians, so you're looking for more sustainable in terms of develop solars to be more longer period of use. It's not 20 years, but it could be end up by 50 years, for example. So those kind of things, it's just all the preparations ahead. As I mentioned earlier as well, those kind of happens. It still need a lot of support from the different partners as well. It's the important thing, definitely. We don't really need experts from outside of the country. It's just for the first start. But in future, definitely we need to have our own internal resources who are really knowledgeable on that. But it finance needed, it really relative importance. Because if it is right now, I believe like every countries in South Asians in terms of financing mechanism is not really in place yet. So for example, in Cambodia, if we would like to, I know like we are promote a lot in terms of renewable energies and also encourage everyone to using solar. But people, they don't have enough money to invest on it. A finance institution itself, in terms of the interest rate, is still high because of they don't have a bunch of budgets to invest. And that kind of investments, it take time. So what we need to see is as well, what kind of finance mechanisms is it? It could be able to create the angel investments or either renewable investments industry, which is we inject all the money through the South Asian platform, which means if they would like to see all impact related on it, and also we can use those money moving around in the South Asian country. Those kind of two things, I believe it will be support and also have each countries to prepare themselves to take those action for the next steps as well. Because what I believe in terms of the green steel, we don't need for this years, but it could be in the next 5 years and 10 years. Because of each country right now using a lot of solar, and we don't know when those kind of solar will be ended. It could be in the next 10 years. So what kind of steel needed to recycling all those? So which means we need to prepare all the steel needed from now on. So I hope this kind of responded answers to your questions.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bang Bello. So now let's hear from Julie. What do you think?
Sorry. For the questions, I might need to answer again for Mr. Bello question. Same as Mr. Bello question.
Yeah. I would like to ask that, what do you think that how can the educational institution design the training programs to have in preparing youth with the necessary green skills so that they can enhance the effectiveness of those green skill development for the future workforce?
Oh, okay. As for the as a trainer, we have this kind of we always want to have the kind of the challenges we say like we are giving these kind of business relating to the green businesses. I would like to focus now. As for the youth, some of the youth as they choose to be an engineer after they got the degree, and they choose to work for a better, more they say easy life on a better company than the industrial. Because in the civil engineering, when we finish our graduation, we can choose a lot of career path we can build based on the whether you have the green job finance mindset or not. You can choose based on this career development. Like when you finish as a civil engineer, most of the civil engineer, they choose to be a construction management and project management sector rather than the industry SME, because industrial engineer life is a lot of tougher than the other engineers life. For instance, like when you want to work in the factory, you have to see the energy related monitoring. You have to walk through the surrounding of these SME for the energy efficiency, water efficiency, and also sometimes people efficiency. We see it because also the industrial production flow. So this kind of life is a little bit not easy as the other engineer's life. When you, as a civil engineer, when you finish this building, you can move to another. But as for the industrial engineer, you cannot move until your factory, you change to another factory, or you change your job as another promoted some other factory area. So as for the this sector, you have to bear all the noise of these machines, boilers and incinerations and of everything. And also you have to align with your green scale, like you have to monitor the water consumption, water turbidity, as well as the BOD, COD, wastewater treated. If you have the green mine skill set, you have to watch for, as well as for the electricity and also the energy consumption, like if you have run with the diesel, or in times of the electricity cut off, some of the factory mainly depend on these other fossil fuel, diesel, and the consumption and usage. If you have the kind of the good mindset, you have to be as for me, if you have the better good wellness toward the environment, you have to look for a lot of aspect of the environmental aspect and social aspect, and as well as for the economic, like profitable amount of these energy utility usage. So those kind of mindsets are in our university we did not learn. We haven't learned. We don't have this exposure to learn how to save 1 unit, 2 unit of these power consumption. How to, in our university, we only learned about how to make sure this purification level has to be maintained, to look for this kind of the thing. But in our real world, we have to look for a lot of KPI, key performance indicator, as well as in the industrial process flow, smooth and run, and production flow, smooth and run, as well as for the people and conveniences like heating and cooling, as well as for our machine. We have to look care, and as well as for our production, profitability. But as in my young age, we have been got this exposure to learn of how green practices have to be work in the real life. So as if I have a chance to give this kind of the thing we need to learn in graduate, you don't need to learn during the student state of not educate, and while you are in the university, you can while you are in school, you can learn this kind of good practices, why you have to monitor and why you have to keep energy and consumptions, and also this kind of the waste management practices you have. I think it is also important since from the parenting, since toddler, our parents have to learn why we have to separate waste. So this kind of the separation and this kind of the practices, every family and parents and teachers, everybody involved in this in this state, and everybody's job to do in our everybody's jobs to do. It's not really, only for the environmental engineer. It's not for the civil engineer. It's not only for the engineering aspect. It is a global concern and everybody's job to do. So as for the teacher, I becoming as a teacher now. So as for the teacher, we have to teach them why it is important, and it is your future, and the waste and these kind of the resource scarcity are very important. Those kind of things we should have mentioned in our school deals and university deals, and throughout the our very first jobs of this company. They need to share this experience with the youth. So in my experience, even though I'm working in Singapore as my third job in Singapore, when I finished my graduation in Myanmar. I work at the Singapore as a very junior engineer, and I'm studying drafting national park of these three plant GPS location. I did not know why. I thought it is very no, at that time I just very stupid why these Singaporean place and put every detailed location of the tree location in its national park. They give this job to me to pin down every single tree's location, but we didn't I didn't have a chance to learn at our university why other countries are saving the trees and saving water, this kind of knowledge gap we have. So I didn't know how important work I have been doing in this job. So and these are the experience I learned from my younger stage. So, but if now I know and importance of the trees, importance of ecology, importance of these environmental and trees. But in our country, we don't even have this kind of national park body. We don't even have this kind of monarch we have, but we don't have this system implementing yet. So this is also the data analyzing is very important. As a youth, we need to, as a youth, we need to learn in our young age. That my time has passed, I guess.
Yeah, thank you so much, Julie. So, how about Shah? What do you think about this?
About the education part, you mean?
Yeah,
Education.
the education part.
Yes. So yeah, Julie also mentioned about this part with her experience in civil engineering and all the work stuff. And yeah, it is very common in Myanmar because in the early education we didn't get that kind of like hands-on and practical experience when we are attending the university, and so like this is very challenging for university student to be dive into the practical, real world situations to apply those skills in reality. I think it will also be very difficult issues to handle in terms of green skill as well, because when it comes to green skill, we also have like environmental study major in at the University of Yangon. This is where I educated in Myanmar. So, but most of the curriculum and also most of the educational curriculum and also activities are really focused on context. Textbooks focus and not really focused on the real life solutions. And also, we didn't have that much kind of field trip activity to be able to experience and to be able to interview to local people about environmental issues and things like that. So I think this kind of skill need to be integrated and need to be taught by the professors and teachers in the early my early years of university journey, academic journey, so that they will be like student will be better equipped with the skills that they need to tackle in the near future. And also I think in terms of collaborations and collaboration with different stakeholders, I think research and academia, for example, university institutions, also INGO, NGO, UN organizations like CSO and other like community-based organization and government organization need to work harmoniously to be able to integrate this green skills and also green skill development curriculum in non-formal educations and also formal educations. I think it's very important because in Myanmar right now, like most of the students and most of the children and youth cannot go to the school because of the current crisis, social unrest happening in here. So I think that it will be better to develop the curriculum for both formal and non-formal education system, so that like young people and children from like different different age and also even though even though they are not going to the school, or even though they are like enroll for the schools, they will be able to learn this kind of skill in a very early age, so that their actions and also like, I mean, I think kids and also children are really easy to cultivate that ecologically friendly mindset. So I think it is better to teach them this kind of like green skills and also like environment education in a very early age, by collaborating with different stakeholders like research and academia, like I mentioned earlier, and UN bodies and like other like funding mechanisms, like strong funding mechanisms. Like they need to work harmoniously to be able to develop this kind of curriculum and also applying those skills in real life situations. So yeah, that's all for me. And I think that the need to I mean, we need to have more transparency, responsibility and accountability to take those actions. Like if there's no transparency, like we will be overlapping each other. Like this organization is doing the same thing and that organization is doing the like the similar thing. So we don't want to overlap. We just need to see the result of this kind of action. So we need to collaborate, and in terms of collaboration, we need to have these three things like transparency, accountability, and responsibility to take action to make effective results on green skill training and development. So yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, all the panelists, for the insightful answers. Now we come to the last question from our side, and the audience can leave the question in the chat box. So the last question that I would like to ask to all the panelists is that, what advice would you give to individuals who are looking to prioritize green skill development for a sustainable future? Julie, you can go first.
Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I have a power cut off and Wi-Fi is stable. Yeah. The advice. The question you mentioned is, what advice would you give to the organization? That's it. The one I heard.
Yeah, to both the individuals and also the organization as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. As for I will go for the organization. The green skill as I learned today from Shar, and thank you, the Green Job and Green Skill, and that promotes economic growth while we were protecting the environment as we combat climate change and aim for carbon neutrality innovation in science and technology. Is essential, and green skill are the key to achieve this. So that's I also would like to give to people and organization who want to focus on these green skill for sustainable future, kindly to consider while skills and experience are crucial, but also the passion and interest are also vital ingredients for success in environmental and climate change project. They contribute to a more motivated, knowledgeable and collaborative workforce, ultimately leading to a greater positive impact on the environment. And as for the individual, we need to explore our interests and passions. We need to research green career that align with your strength and what excites you. For me, like instant, I've been searching this job for like for me, I've been using a lot of like 8 years, decades to find my correct correct job because this job excites me, and yeah, this one I find my strength in it. yeah, as many green job requirements of the technical skills and soft skill like communication and problem solving and teamwork. So I find myself in green skill, like those soft skill plus technical skill. So I guess self-discovery is very important when like Shah mentioned about the explore, we need to find the and we need to also explore what job and what kind of work excites you, while giving them opportunity as an internship, and also the yeah, this kind of things are important. And also like networking. I think professional working in the green sector, we need to connect with these professional, and also we need to look for the mentorship opportunity, or like online community like Curious Potato, same like-minded community. We can also join this kind of the online community focused on sustainability. Networking is also important as for the individual self-discovery networking. As for the organization, as I mentioned before, they have to look for the employee more like technical skill and experience is important, but also passion and interest employee, they need to apply, I guess. And also they need to make a skill gap analysis. Yeah, this can tackle their workforce. If this is lacking in their workforce, their analysis can guide them for the training and development programs. So skill gap analysis are also important in finding of this green job organization. And leadership and commitment are as important as far as I experience in here. Leadership commitment of these publicity endorse the importance of green skill and integrate sustainability principle into their company culture and making decision processes. So I learned from the SME leadership commitment and skill gap analysis. Yeah, the employee who has the passions and interest in these sustainable and also environmental conscious mindset employee are also important as for the organization. That's my opinion. Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, Julie, for your advice. So now let's hear the advice from Sean.
Yes, so this is the final questions, and I will be briefly answer these questions. So for the organizations, I think that I think it is better to connect with the SDGs of Sustainable Development Goals, but because if your organization is like working in the water related sector or wash and sanitation sector, you need to focus more on like SDGs 6. I think yeah, clean water and sanitations, and how to integrate this kind of green skills into this kind of like SDGs. And so why green skill is important, and also why we need to organize, why the organization need to integrate those kind of to connect these sustainable development goals and SDGs, sustainable development goals and green skill, is because in like there's also training about like net zero green economy by 2050. So not like every country in South Asia, like developing country, will be able to achieve this net zero in 2015. But developed country are really like they are transitioning to net zeros and carbon neutrality in like to be able to fulfill sustainable development goal, and also in 2020, 30, and also carbon neutrality in 2050. So I think that it is better to like integrate these green skills in every organization's missions and goals. because we need to drive the environmentally sustainable and climate friendly world, and also to be able to responding to global climate crisis, also to be able to implement successful transition towards greener, war and resource efficient society. This green skill is really important, and that's why I think it is better to connect with SDGs goals. And also if your organization or if you're working in energy sector, your SDGs goals will be linked to 7, like affordable and clean energy. Also, if you're working in employment sector, you can also integrate this like green job employability and developing like green job like platforms in South Asia context and things like that. Also, like it will be if you're working in infrastructure, and also if you're a civil engineer, even though you are not diving into the civil like other industry, you can still contribute to the green skills and green job by focusing on SDGs 11, sustainable cities and communities. And also, if you're an individual, you can also focus more on responsible consumption and protections, like SDGs goals 13 climate action. So there are so many SDGs goals that is linked to the green skill and green job. And if you need to link these SDGs goals and your organization vision and missions to integrate those green skills in your future like organization agenda. So this is for the organization. For the individual, I think it's better to find your purpose, also your specialties, and also your expertise, and what you can do for the community, what you can contribute to the community. I also refer this kind of practice to Ikigai. Ikigai is really, I think it's you all familiar with Ikigai, which is a Japanese practice. So finding your purpose and what you are good at and what you want to do and also contribute to the community is really important. So and also applying to the green skill as well, because all of these skills and also the green job sector and things like that is also contributing to the better war and like better environment and clean energies. I mean, like we are trying to save the world. So we need to find meaningful and purposeful purposeful life experience in terms of like green job and green skills, and try to apply these kind of aspects in your daily life. And I think that every skills that contributes better to the community and also society is a green skill. I believe that this there's no specific skill, but if you're trying to reduce your carbon footprint and also changing your individual changing behavioral change towards like reducing plastic and things like that is also a kind of skills that you are using daily as well. So individual, you can practice like this kind of finding your purpose and in creating better environment for your community, for your society, and for your country and nationally as well. So that's all for me now. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shura. So now let's hear the advice from Relo.
I think like our both panelists have been mentioned a lot in terms of those and all that would involve in terms of organizations and interview itself. So to me, not very much duplicate what they have been mentioned earlier as well. So definitely I'm agree with Chef and Julie, define your purpose as an organization. Checking with your sustainable development goal, is it links to which one is it? So unless after you define all those, also you need to identify your internal resource, because you also start to think or consider to pilot some small project or small activity. So on that, you need to identify internal, even both internal resource like human resource, financial resource. After that, you also need to looking around in terms of partnership, who could be sponsor, who could be partnership in terms of involving to practice a small activity, links to the green job, which is you are start to promote all those kind of awareness. Besides of that, also being the organization, definitely you need to promote things and also raising awareness for internal organization before you are promoting outside of your organization. So this could be a small project, and also keeping raising awareness advocate for internal human resource give them more chance opportunity to learn and deep dive, or either create a small training in terms of a green job or green skill related for them. So this is kind of building up their capacity aside of what they have been learned through school or their expertise or their skill set as well. So this not very much for organization. So I'm moving to individual. As Julie mentioned, I'm totally agree. You need to define what is your future goal, what you really like, and what you really want in your life as well. So even now you study as an IT, you study as an engineering, you study as a science. You also can start to deep dive and think a little bit what kind of linkage knowledge could be integrate your skill set involved in the in that kind of sector. For example, there's a woman that I know in Cambodia. She's a business owner, so she finished as an environmentalist, but as in science. However, right now she started business in terms of the water management by using coconut husk to filters, and also they can reuse those. They can recycle that water after your own consumptions as well. That's an example. Also in individual itself, while you know what kind of knowledge that can be linked, there are so many pool of expertise. What I mentioned in expertise here, like local contact people who already work in that kind of sector, so can reach out to them or either organization itself to get more document to read or asking them to be a part of volunteer, join their project or mentorship actually mentions, because of those kind of skill not getting from school, but it pass through your experience and your practices. So that's what my advice to give both organization and individual. It once again, no matter what in sector that you are studying right now or you're working right now, there are so many knowledge could be linked and integrated with your skill set involved in the green skill for the futures as well.
Thank you to all panelists for your insightful answers. Now, the question from us is now done, but we would like to open the floor to the question from the audience. You can leave the question in the chat box, or you can raise your hand to ask the question. But actually, there are some questions in the chat box. So the first question from Romina. The question is that what kind of green job field do we have in Myanmar? Are there opportunities for youth, and is it sizable now? So I believe I would give the floor to the panelists from Myanmar. So Julie. Hello, Julie. I think you forgot to unmute.
So I will answer. Green job in Myanmar. As far as I mentioned, there's a lot of the opportunity as for the green job can be found at all levels for interest. If you have the interest and skill set in just about every industry, like Beldo mentioned, when you are in the what kind of the industry you are currently in, like in the educational industry, you can teach and you can raise awareness to the starting as a green skill set. You can participate as environmental awareness advocacy or environmental awareness trainer, or some kind of the awareness raising, and also the campaigning. This kind of the job we have as a youth. You can participate as a volunteer in our greener campaign, and also environmental awareness campaign, which is often held by the MCAN. It is a member of the climate network of the UN bodies. This kind of the opportunity they have every month. They have their monthly announcement. They posted this kind of the not easily as a green job, and they posted as a cleaner campaign. If you want to join as a greener campaigner, you can participate. As a SME owner, you can also participate as a plastic-free packaging, alternative plastic packaging option. Wherever you are, you can participate as with this green skill you have, like you have the knowledge of the environmental science, and you have the knowledge of the plastic pollution, you have the knowledge of the plastic recycling technologies. You can give starting awareness with your own pace and with your youth or with your friends, as a job. You can starting as the volunteer or internships at those environmental conscious company, and also sustainable inspiring circular economy inspiring company. You can participate as a junior level junior level engineers, or I don't know the industry what you are currently in, but you have a lot of you may have a lot of opportunity as a teacher, as a technicians, as an engineer, as a story artist. Even for the artists, you have the opportunity to get to give your contribution in these green jobs. So as for the artist, you can showcasing with your artwork with these ways and those kind of the storytelling and visual storytelling, visual art. You can participate. Even for the artist, you can participate as a sound. You can participate as a art expression, and yeah, you can contribute a lot, I guess. Wherever you are, if you have the good mindset of toward these green and sustainability, you can participate. Yeah, yes. So in our country, as far as I see, we have these kind of the environmental institutions. Currently, we have an EHS. Currently, we have the safety occupational institution towards a green skill set. They have like a reduction of the waste of these production flow, reduction of the relating to the SDG, like Shar mentioned. Most of the company running with the Sustainable Development Goal, you can participate. Where is your passion and interest? You can choose upon this, and you can select as a green job you want to do.
Yeah, thank you, Julie. Shar, do you have anything to add on to this question?
Well, I think her connection dropped. I think Shar is already out of the. Oh,
Sorry, I'm back. My connection just lost.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, welcome back, Shar. So do you have anything to add on to the previous question?
yeah. So I think Julie answered perfectly about all the jobs, and also the job setter, and also the relevant experience that you need to have in order to enter in this field. But I would like to point out that the very short and concise answer for this one is green job fee in Myanmar is most of the job related. I mean, we consider green job is right now in Myanmar we have waste management sector, and waste management sector is really like popular. I mean, is kind of like a very much relevant sector like in terms of Myanmar context, and you can also waste and recycling sector is very much common, and also you can consider as a green job in Myanmar as well. And we have we also face that kind of difficulty in Myanmar because it's not very sizable enough, because even though many users really want to join join Green Job Center and also really dive into this field, but the employment sector itself is not enough. I mean, is not able to offer the jobs for every youth who want to enter in this field. So, but I think that waste management sector and also recycling sector is very much common in Myanmar. And if you are really interested about that, you can also met Julie is working at Prevent Plastic. So I think this is also organization that you need to check it out if you are really interested in waste management sector. And also then Myanmar, there's many other organizations who are working in recycling and waste, but they are less organization focused on biodiversity conservation, nature conservation, and renewable energy. There's like only a few organizations emphasizing on this kind of sector, and that's why we have less job in this sector. So yeah, my question for you is yeah, that's all.
Thank you so much, Julie and Charles. So now let's move on to another question from Dr. Gun. So yeah, that Shar mentioned about getting previous generation to instill some good practices to the current or future generation. So is there a good case of this in Myanmar and Cambodia and Southeast Asia that you can share? So now let's hear from Umelo.
Okay, so I think that question. So actually in Cambodia, we don't have so much case recently related to all those. However, we also starting with the green skill development for the some sector related as well. So there's a few practice recently. There's such as some organizations that collaborate with donors. They're starting to produce a program that we call TVET. So this is specifically to provide only technical vocational trainings to those people who are limited to the university educations. And those is kind to promote in the localized, like community-based level, instead of promoting with the people live in the city itself who they already access to those kind of educations. So this is one practice recently that we are starting to pilot right now. It has been started for 1.5 years at the moment. However, we also start to deep dive more, working closely with the Ministries of Labor to see what kind of future green skill related could be put in place, and also start to target it and promoting more for the futures as well. So once again, there's not much happens in Cambodian, but this is what are we currently doing right now.
Thank you so much, Bo. So now let's hear from Myanmar side. So let's start with Shah.
Yes. So in regard to Dr. Tan questions, the cultural practices that is used and also like really implementing in the real world situations in Myanmar context. So yeah, there's so many cultural wisdom and also traditional wisdom to traditional ecological wisdom in Myanmar. And sometimes we kind of like neglecting those parts, and we kind of like really I mean, sometimes forgot about our elderly generation practices in those matter. So for example, water conservation kind of things. So and also energy saving tips from elderly, because we sometimes didn't notice about how much we save by switching off the light if we don't use or if we are not in the room. But my grandma, like, she switches off every light even though I'm still in the room, even though I'm still eating at the dining table and things like that, because they are afraid of like electricity charges. And also if you open so many like lights on every rooms, like it will cost a lot for the electricity charges, and they want to save more energies. So this kind of like tips and also this kind of practices we didn't notice, but it really I mean somehow affected for the energy saving. And but right now, yeah, we didn't have enough energy in these. I mean, Myanmar is facing a lot of energy security. We only have like 8 hours of electricity in a day. So like the energy saving tips, that's that doesn't like very much like yeah, it's good practices for every country who does have like a 24-hour electricity. But in Myanmar, we already save a lot of energy because we don't have enough energy. So so this is the energy saving parts. But for the water conservation kind of thing, the practices that they use is like when washing the dishes and also washing the plates, they just like leave this kind of like wily plates in a rice residues water. I don't know how to call it in your home, but we call it like we have the kind of like rice cooker and things like that. We kind of sometimes we just throw it away, but our grandma she saved the kind of like rice water residue to be able to wash the dishes before they clean with the actual fresh water. So it's kind of like saving the water resources as well. But in younger generation, they didn't notice about this kind of facts and this kind of tips. So they use all these natural resources like water, fresh water, natural resources like clean water resources to clean all the dishes, to clean all of the things in the household. But they just like save the rice water residues and also like doing all the dishes and also save a lot of water. So yeah, this kind of like daily practices is very crucial for us to be able to continue and also instill like that kind of sustainability friendly manner. But sometimes we kind of neglect it and also forget about how useful it is and how it can save a lot of water and also natural resources that we are using in these days. So yeah, this is my experience. What about you, Majuli?
Yeah, yes. So imagine we as a countrywide, we are already in a very energy saving mood. Currently, the whole city and the whole industry, like can you imagine only 2 hours a day in industrial zone? Most of their factory, they ran with their fossil fuel, diesel, and every day. So consumption of the fossil fuel, it's quite high because of the electricity shortage and power shortage, and also reliability. Within like 2 hours, sometimes it can comes like 5 minutes and then it goes away. So every industry, they have this kind of the green practice they have developed. So while they have the electricity, everybody have to keep the water meter running and they have to save water. So when they get we had a good rain in 2 days now. So every rain they collect with a rain water collection tank system because it can save up to 3-4 days. If you collect water, they can use in their canteen, they can use in their toilets and toiletry basins, and those kind of green practice we have been developed. Because of this difficulty, we have this opportunity to learn from this kind of the practices from our ancestor and also our elderlies, as well as for the younger generation. We can learn how much time we have, like 4 hours we have electricity. During this time we have to make the time management, like etc. We cook and then we wet, and then that's kind of time management skill we have developed during these difficulties. But also we learn this is also waste. And previously we have the waste recycling sector, waste pickers, industry, environmental workers, and are very few. So but in term and because of COVID situation, because of inflation, because of the difficulty, in the good point of view, environmental workers are numbers are getting more and more, because every waste picker we have this kind of difficulty. So the biggest number are growing, but waste management practices from these household and also industry, we are also applying with the segregation, because whatever you can sell, they want to sell to make some, earning from these waste selling from these. So SME, they have developing this kind of the green skills by themselves because of these difficulties in politicals and socials and so on and so on. But even in the dark hour of our country, our people never cease to practice this good manner in a good way, or sometimes it is also, yeah, we need to learn from these opportunities even in our difficult times. So yeah, this is our practices currently. Time management skill are a lot improving in between these 4-hour gap, and also we are also saving the energy. As for the transportation, because of these shortage of bus station and also pocket pickers difficulty, people are going by themselves, like walk alone or biking, or this kind of brain practice are developing these days. I've been observing in our youth, because we have to in them in our team, and every day they are either walking or biking or carpooling with our office car sharing. So this kind of green practice we have been doing and experiencing in these hours. Yeah, I hope this day even in better days.
Well, thank you so much, Sarah. Now let's move on to another good question from Dr. Tan. I believe that the audience here will also want to know about this question as well. So he asked that he asked about like any technical institution in each of your country that has like strong program that train about green skills. So let's start with Commonwealth.
Okay, I think that it links to what I mentioned earlier as well. So there's like non-profit organization, they're still growing right now. So first they have a T-rate, like focus on training, vocational training. There's also one institution they're promoting in terms of clean energy. So they're promoting a lot, they provide a lot of training, they provide kind of financial support to the people who are really passionate to have their own business. So kind of like to test their business concept. So through the incubation acceleration programs, all of those. Even right now, they also have one group specifically that we call Clean Energy Fellowship programs. So we have trained all the young dynamic people, which is they are currently working in the government, they're working with the different organization or company. So there's a several institution who are working all those kind of green jobs stuff, which means specifically on the energy. There's also kind of institution, a non-profit organization that work on the agriculture related. They promote a lot in terms of climate resilience, climate adaptation through using the clean energy technologies into the agriculture practices. They also have a different platform trainings, provide also guidance as well. In the government itself, so the government institution, they also have ministries of mine and engineering. They're promoting a lot in terms of energy efficiency, which means they develop in terms of the energy efficiency practice guidelines, and they already distribute and conduct the training through the organization and SME who are interested on it. Not only by that, they also collaborate with the university and also integrate this in the curriculums as well. So that kind of institution really provide trainings and also happening in Cambodian recently as well. That is from my side.
Yeah, thank you so much, Barbara. So due to time constraint, we would like to move on to another question since there are a lot of questions left. So another question from Stefania, she asked that what do you think are the key green skills that will be in high demand in the next 5 to 10 years and when we transition to a more sustainable economy? So I would like to give the floor to Shaw.
Okay, so I didn't see that question on the chart. It's like, can you able to repeat, because the internet
Yeah,
connection
yeah.
is very good. Yeah.
So the question was that, what do you think are the key green skills that will be in high demand in the next 5 to 10 years as we transition to a more sustainable economy?
Oh, the key green skills. Okay, got it. So yeah, I mentioned some few green skill that you can develop throughout your education journey and in your workplace. But the top skill that you need to acquire, and also you can train by yourself, is like research and innovation skills, and also, okay, so let me start by explaining about subject matter and also industry matter. So subject matter is that if you're a major in science, like STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Also, if you are kind of like if you have a background in the like STEM field, it is better to it is better to be able to jump right into the green job field immediately. But if you're not from this field, it's okay. You can also acquire those kind of skills through by like volunteering, and also like applying like internship at those organizations who are practicing this kind of like green skills in their organization. So you can develop these skills by like attending the online courses, and also like either by non-formal education and formal education. So formal education is like you're attending university, and like you're attending some kind of like at institution, so you can gain those kind of skill from your formal education from your university. But in non-formal education, it's more of like teachings and also learning these kind of skills out of like academic context, out of the classroom. So you can acquire those skills by working, and also through working in this kind of like field, so you can gain experience. And you can also build your data analysis and communication skills, knowledge and technical skills, and like collaboration and teamwork skills. And this is really important in every sector of the green skills, because like if you are diving into the green job, you will need to apply those skills in terms of like working in project management, or like running a green initiative or green advocacy project or programs and things like that. So yeah, and skills in waste management is also like crucial to be able to dive into this field. Also skills in water conservation, resource management, renewable energies, etc., and also sustainable agriculture is also this. You can also gain those skills by education training, and also through experience as well. So yeah, that's all for me.
Thank you so much, Shar. So there's another question that asks that which green technological skills that a young individual should learn as a beginner? I would like to give the floor to Julie.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah. As for the youth, technical skill. Let's start from the refuse, reduce, reuse, and recycle. These little bits counts. As for the green skill, if you want to develop before you develop other skills, technical skills, you can develop refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle mindset, and soft skills that you can develop by yourself. It is also including the technical skill. As for the recycle part, you can develop the technical skill, like whether you're engineer or not, you can DIY the other, turning waste into other product, turning waste into the construction materials. Some kind of these technical skill you can learn from Google or online platform who are sharing this things. As for the technical, like you don't need to be an engineer if you can foster these recycling things, but you can start doing by yourself as refusing and don't buy things you don't need, you know. Those kind of sustainable mindset and mindfulness you can start by yourself. And if you know, you can share this knowledge of these pollution and concern issues, plastic issues to your friends, with your families, uncles, aunties, and neighbors, or organize, you know, you can run with your own campaign. You can start working with your own for yourself, and you can find better passion and interest based on what kind of work you are fancy and you are interested. And based on this, you can find your passion of including the technical requirement. You can find by yourself later on what kind of the job career you can find, and also you can go to the career or vocational training you can take part. So before you go to you jump into the technical world, you have to make sure by yourself and asking yourself again, and what kind of green skills that you want to develop by yourself first. Before you change to the other, you have to change by yourself first. So
thank you so much, Julie. So now, due to time constraint, we apologize for going over some questions. So now let's proceed to the last question. So I would like to ask to Melo. So as someone with experience in this role, what were some of the biggest challenges and success you had, and what was your most memorable moment during your career in this role?
So the challenge, so actually it drawbacks to my backgrounds. Actually, I'm not graduate as an engineering people or in the green skill related. I'm just background in the business management. However, through all my 8 years experience working with the different like various sectors for clean energies, water, sanitation, agriculture, rural developments as well. It's such how could I say, like it's such a big change to what I learned in my school set. So there's a lot of things that I faced during those time because of it seemed like I have known nothing on it. I have known nothing about the green job related, the green skill related to link with my skill sets as well. So to overcome this, it's through our own internally, invest a lot in terms of taking time to deep dive and learn. Luckily that all those kind of programs and also work that I have been working for through the past, there's a lot of green programs involving. So such as, for example, the UNDP, they have an incubation program talking about the clean energies links to the agricultures. So involve all those through the program, we receive a lot. I receive a lot of mentorships, and also guide me a lot. Aside of that, there's various documents. There's a lot of documents through all talking about the green skill and green job related as well. That two things which is overcomes to my challenges, because once again, no one have those kind of through our Cindy bones. It's all about learning and through all about our experience. So besides of that as well, it linked together, it was integrated together, and I was explore. Actually, those kind of things, it was linked together no matter what sector you are working right now. So no matter what good skill set that you finish from your university life, but it's easy to link while you define your own passions and your own ambitions, and in the sector that you aim to working for as well. So those kind of things, it will be motivate everyone to involve, and also happy to work in the green jobs as well. All those ones again, I know this is really hard because it's new for everyone, but keep in mind that no I mean, like if we don't make a change or start an actions, no one gonna try for the world sustainability, even education. I know for young age, it really hard to advocate them because they're really young. However, there are so many strategies around all those, such as create and small activities for them to practice in school, which is on hand support. It's only even once hours a month or once hours a week, with just specific projects to let them see the real practice. So on and on, because in educations, it depends on this. It depends on the countries. It's 12 years, so in the 12 year, and you can multiply by 52 times a year. So if we are set like once a week, so those kind of multi together, they're gonna bring this in the futures as well. So that's only my short message aside of my challenge and also how I'm overcomes all those. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bong. And also thank you to Julie, Shah, and Guillermo below for your insightful session today. And we are so excited to see that the audience are so excited to learn about the green skill on sustainable future. But due to time constraint, the session is now come to an end. Thank you everyone for joining. And once again, thank you to the panelists for joining us today. And I would like to give the floor back to Win.
Okay, thank you so much to all the panelists, also to the participants for asking so many questions. I hope this session will answer some of the questions that you might have, and also they will enhance your skill, enhance your knowledge in green skill. So let's take a group photo before we end this session. So yeah. Okay. Okay, I will count to 1, 2, 3, but please wait for a moment. I need to remove the spotlight first so that we can see everyone in here. Okay, so I will count to 1, 2, 3, and then we can like post something, not something, anything that you like to post. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you guys. Okay, I already finished taking the photo for both of the slides. So thank you so much, and thank you all for coming. Yeah, I hope you learned a lot from this session. Like for the feedback, I will be sending the feedback form to each of the participants who joined this session today. And thank you so much, Dr. Tan, for giving us this opportunity to host this kind of session. And thank you to Shar, Matt, Julie, and Bello and also to all the participants who joined to this session, despite this is Sunday. So you should be resting, and but you're coming to this session. So thank you all so much, and have a good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
everyone.
Night.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you all for joining.
Thank you.